Welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for May 4th, 2019. In this one, talking about this Western Conference matchup between the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. We're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under, that total number sitting at around 221.5 points in Golden State. They've got to be feeling good about where they are right now, up 2-0 in the series, kind of playing with house money across these next two games in Houston. They're not must-win games for Golden State by any means. They still hold the home court advantage. In Houston, they have everything on the line coming in to Game 3 if they're going to try to make this a series. So in Game 1, Golden State came through in what was a little bit more of a defensive-oriented matchup as the teams were just figuring each other out a little bit and just kind of seeing how things were going to play out there in Game 1. The total hitting 204 points as the Warriors defeated Houston by a final of 104-100. And then we've seen this in a lot of these Game 2s where teams loosen up a little bit after they've kind of figured things out in that Game 1 matchup. We saw that happen here as we went a little bit higher scoring. Golden State still coming through in a very competitive matchup, taking down Houston by a final of 115-109. So the total in Game 2 hitting at 224 points. In Vegas, they still really like this Houston squad. On their home court, they're coming in as slight favorites here, giving about 3.5 points. Now, Golden State on the year, again, one of the top offensive teams in the league, second in the NBA in scoring, 16th in total team defense. The average total that we got in a Golden State game this year, around 229 points. You contrast that to where the Houston Rockets were throughout the course of the campaign. Not quite as offensive-oriented this season in comparison to last year, but still effective. So they were 11th in the NBA in scoring, 10th in total team defense, and their average total was about 223 points. So the fact that both of these teams averaging throughout the course of the regular season moderately higher than the 221.5 we're getting in Game 1, but that's to be expected going into the postseason. You tend to slow things down a little bit. Each possession means that much more, and also when you're going against tougher competition, it typically means you're also going to be going against better defensive opponents than perhaps just your average opponent during the regular season. So thus far in this series, we've hit 204 points and 224 points, and we don't see the offense slowing down at all here in Game 3. And if Houston is going to go to try on and win this one and grab that first victory within this series, they're likely going to have a really strong offensive performance. In Game 3 yesterday, we saw between Milwaukee and Boston, two teams that have pretty solid defensive units. That game actually went a bit higher, scoring 123-116, and we just feel like coming into Game 3 here, these teams, they're very used to playing against each other. We saw a tick up in offense production in Game 2, and we see likewise a similar type of result here in Game 3. So with that being the case, we're going to go with the over 221.5 as the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our picks over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hope to see you guys back here for our next video.